Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? No, sir. You won't.
Good evening, ma. We can hear you.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for coming online on time. I see Blessing, Femi, Adeniro, Hadiat, Ibrahim, Mayowa, Opemi, and everyone. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can send in your questions. Okay. You can send in your questions. So we know our ground rules. I already sent it to you on WhatsApp. Mute your mic. And then if you have a question, you raise up your hand and I will unmute you or ask you to unmute so you can talk. Yeah. So shoot your questions. Do we have any questions? Have you finished has anyone here done this or assignment, the final assessment? I see a few people have. Has anyone here done his or her assignment? People are not talking. Okay, so Blessing, I'm going to unmute you now and you just tell me how your experience has been so far, whether good or bad. Just share with us, how's your experience been so far?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Well, my experience has been quite exciting, per se. Not been easy, but let's say I've been able to learn one or two, especially the optimization. This optimize our account well, but it's bulky. I find it difficult under email marketing.
Okay, you're still on email marketing. Yes, that email marketing is bulky. I think it's like 3 hours or something, or over 12.
I'm finding it difficult under the email marketing, then mail shipping. Yeah, mail ship. Just finding it a little bit difficult on how to install it, then optimize your output. I asked if it's necessary to install, and she said yes because of the training.
Are you using your phone?
Ma?
Are you using your phone or are you using a laptop?
I'm using my phone.
Okay, I see. It might be quite challenging to create MailChimp on your phone, actually to set up.
It is, because I saw during the training, you said it's good to use laptop to do it. So I'm still finding it a bit difficult, but maybe after the course, I could try using laptop or something.
So even if you have the course open till October 31st, so I encourage you to keep watching that, because if you're going to work for anybody or whatever organization, even individuals, email marketing is a big thing now. People can change their phone numbers, people can change whatever, but emails are something that you can always have, and it's a very strong lead generation tool. So if you're working with any brand or business, one skill they require is can this person send bulk emails and all of that. So you shouldn't take it lightly or for granted. So even if you don't have a laptop now, you can watch it not once, not twice, not 3 times.
Yes, I know after the whole course, and everything, I still want to go back to the week 1 to start afresh, because I know that I was just breathing in, breathing out. I know I was able to grab one and two, just because of the time frame and everything. I really need to go back to start from beginning again to really understand it. But to say, the 4 weeks have been so amazing. I'm really grateful for this great opportunity.
All right. Okay.
It's so amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ondibusi, do you want to share with us? I'm unmuting you now. You want to share
Okay.
something with us?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah. It's so sad that this could be our last coaching call, or let's say last official meeting before we finally round up the event. It's been an amazing period of time. I've been taken through the finance and I'm now refined. I must say thank you to Your Excellency, not just excellence, Your Excellency. I really appreciate, and the level of impact is tremendous. I appreciate your dedication. I appreciate the cohesiveness. I appreciate the um, mindset and the desire to impact. Is really wonderful. I mean, if our educational system could be like this, the society or the nation we find ourselves will greatly improve, because it's a different terrain. It's a different terrain. We don't have mediocres here. We are focused towards achieving excellence. And I must say thank you very much. It is indeed an excellent experience, and I commend you. I believe the journey has just started. This might not just be the last interaction or let's say uh, dealings we'll have, because I still have much to learn from Techie Train and from Her Excellency. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so I want to find out, when you came on board, you said you wanted to do this because you wanted to, what do you call it now? You want to start up something. Are you able to start it now?
Yes, this is just like a fast train. The last speaker said something. We are up against a time frame, and in order not to be left behind, we were just trying to, like, throughout last night, I didn't sleep. I was just watching most of the videos, and even I was tempted to watch some of the videos that were not part of this course. I mean, some other YouTube videos that came on board. I took my time. I was just lured, like somebody who was lured, and so up till 4 a.m. this morning. So I believe by the time I'm done, I will still have to take my time to go through the courses to engage myself practically into getting the in-depth or the nitty-gritty of everything. One, I have a personal account. I have personal accounts, email accounts, Instagram accounts. I've not actually optimized them in such a way that I will start engaging the public. So by the time I'm done with all these things, then I will now sit down with because every course treated here is so relevant to what I'm about to launch into. So I wouldn't want to start, and you said something that we don't just need to go out there. We need to be prepared. So I will not go and mess ourselves up, and it will take us back to square one. So I will need to professionalize everything, and that's when I will launch. But I believe if you permit me, I'll still be obliged to become one of the unpaid
No worries,
interns.
talk about internship later.
I will serve graciously, because
We'll talk
I'm
about
not into this for the social media management for other persons. I'm into it for the social media management for myself and my brand and third building. So that's just it.
Thank you very much, Ndubisi. Abiola, can we take you? Can you just share with us your reviews? And thank you all for the reviews you've been given. It's helping us make it better. I keep getting the review of how bulky it is and the intensity. So yes, we are working on that. So thank you very much. Abiola, do you want to share with us? Let me unmute you. I've asked you to unmute. Oh, your area is noisy. Okay, sorry about that. Who else? Do you want to volunteer, or should I just call someone? Opeyemi Fadoju.
Hello, can you hear me, please?
Absolutely, we can hear you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Is your video on?
No, it's not.
I know.
Because I have my baby here.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
so go ahead. Share.
On the week 3, I've been able to get to the Mailchimp video. That's where I am. But the issue I'm having is with the email marketing. The explanation is more like for someone that has started something and you have something to offer to people. Like I'm just starting with becoming a virtual assistant, so to say. Then the usual of the portfolio is more like if I'm going to put it in my portfolio, this is going to be the first one, so to say, or let me say second. So it's not like I really have much to add to my portfolio. So talking about email marketing, how do I now, do I have to tell people to subscribe to for me to be able to get their mail and tell them the services I'm offering, so to say? So it's making the email marketing look like a big deal to me. Let me put it that way. Yes, and
okay.
Sorry?
Go ahead, finish. I'll answer when you're
Okay.
done.
Then do I have to have a website before I could do email marketing?
Okay.
Also, I think that's like my major. The email marketing is like my major headache. Let me put it that way. Yes, and as a virtual assistant, how do I put myself out there as a beginner? Considering the fact that I'm coming from the sciences, fine, I've learned social media marketing now. I could do one or two things when it comes to technology and the stuff, Canva, based on the things you've taught us. But at the same time, as a beginner, how do I put myself out there?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's noted. I'll answer everything after I finish.
All right. Thank you.
Let me just get all the reviews. Who else wants to speak? You guys are not raising your hands today. Are we okay? Ufoma, do you want to share something with us?
You can't be like it.
Ufoma, are you with us?
Yes.
Are you joining on 2 devices? There's noise, Ufoma, on your end. Sorry. Amo Adiola, let me unmute you. Do you want to share something with us? Do you have any
good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. It's good to
you guys
be
turn on your
present here
videos
tonight. No mind me, Jare. My baby is here and it's a little bit troublesome.
We have so many babies in class. Okay, interesting. Okay, go ahead. Can you hear me?
Many babies, combining can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said it has really been taxing, combining the wife, all this house chores with the training, but we really thank God, it was worth it. Because when I wanted to start, I was thinking, how will I be able to cope? 4 weeks, a whole 4 weeks. But see how time flies. It's already coming to an end.
Absolutely.
So far, it's been an amazing moment. In fact, I would love to commend the entire crew for the job well done. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for the knowledge. Thank you for the impact. It is really wonderful. But I would like to ask question regarding this week 4. Just like as Opoyemi has said, this email marketing, I'm still finding it difficult to get. Like seriously. Though I'm just brushing through, because I feel like I will still have to go back to it and go back to my table to draw my notes and take the things one after the other. Because it was just like, let me just meet up, let me get my certificate, but I really want to sit down and get the best out of it. So, ma'am, I would love to ask a question. I'm into sales of these kids educational materials. And I think dabbling into that email marketing will really help my brand. So I don't know how to start. As a starter, what are the things required of me to do? How I can get people to subscribe to my newsletter. Then after subscribing, that is when I'll be able to introduce my product to them.
Okay. All right.
So I would love you to shed more light on that, please.
Okay. I will. Okay, so while we prepare for our guest speaker is coming in a few minutes from now, can we just remind others to come on board? Mariam, has this gone to the WhatsApp page? A reminder. Please, everyone come on board. I'll just go off for a bit. I've taken note of your questions. After he has spoken, I'm going to answer your questions and I'm going to take more questions. Bring in all your questions, like every single thing, I'm going to answer them. I think Opeyemi covered a whole lot. And Deputy Adiola has emphasized on some things, so I know I'm going to answer all of them. So once he comes on board, I would like you all to turn on your videos. Before we came on board, I told you and I appealed that we're going to be turning on our videos and you should prepare for that. Even if your baby is there, you can just, you're muted. So your baby, don't worry, we won't hear the shout of your baby. We won't hear their shout. Just turn on your videos. I beg you. I've appealed before and I really appeal you do that. We're going to be streaming live on his page, Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim, Facebook Live. So if your friend can get on this Zoom call, they can actually go on Facebook Live. And while we're on it, you can go there and just share the video from his page, the live page. So I hope you are ready. Who is this? Okay, Adela, let me mute you. Yes, okay. So please, let's all stay muted and we can use the chat box, ask any questions, leave your comments, welcome him or anything. You haven't said anything about the freelancing website and how we can go about it. Umayo, I sent a link to series of videos. I even sent a video on how you can earn in dollars from Nigeria. I sent a video on going global with tech skills. I sent so many videos and I asked you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So yes, I have addressed it before now. Okay, so I'll be out of your faces, but if you still have questions, just drop it in the chat box. Mariam, please take notes of the questions so that I don't miss any of them. So see you all in a bit. Please invite your friends. So. Yeah, so we're ready. So we're live now on Facebook. you can actually go on there and share to your friends if you're on Facebook. Before we continue, Baba Yanko, I see you've been very consistent with the coaching call. So I'm going to unmute you now to just quickly tell us your experience. You've been always present.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You've been present. I'm unmuting you. I want you to share with us your experience.
Yeah, I'm on transit. I'm just coming now. Let me arrange my thing before I will.
Okay.
Sorry, please. Give me just 5 minutes.
All right. Okay.
I'm just entering now.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So welcome everyone. Welcome to tonight's coaching call. Tonight's call is open to every person, and we have a special guest that's going to be giving us a keynote on technology and the future of the Nigerian youth. Please, if unmute yourself if you're unmuted. I'm just going to be reading his biography a bit. I'm going to be reading the book one, then I'll also be saying our experience on Techie Train about him. Global energy executive and former presidential candidate and founding deputy national publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is one of the few Nigerian leaders who combine solid business record with strong political background. He's a successful entrepreneur with a 30-year impeccable business history. He's chairman of Oil World Limited, operator of OPL 241 in the continental shelf of Nigeria, as well as chairman Transnational Energy Limited, Fami of Heli Creek and Ibi Borodo Fields on OML 49. He's the chairman of Bresson AS Limited, owners of the 90 megawatt Magoro Independent Power Producing Project, amongst many business concerns locally and globally. Mr. Gbenga is generally acknowledged as principled and courageous. Mr. Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim started exhibiting leadership qualities from elementary and secondary school days. There are many instances. In the Cherubim and Seraphim College, he was appointed health prefect as well as elected president of the Dramatic Society. At the School of Basic Studies, he was elected general secretary of the Anti-Apartheid Association, Youth Solidarity on Southern Africa. In 1988, he was elected one of the leaders of the very active National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS. He was incarcerated under the Detention of Persons Decree 2 of 1984 as amended in 1989 as a result of his leadership role in 1989 anti-SAP protests and his pro-democracy activities. The Amnesty International adopted him prisoner of conscience for Nigeria in 1989. He was also a notable pro-democracy figure in the then global pro-democracy resistance of the late 80s and a respected youth leadership voice from Africa. He played a prominent role in the 13th International Festival of Youth and Students in 1989. In 1990, Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim became the National Administrative Secretary of the National Consultative Forum led by the indefatigable patriot and Democrat extraordinary former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Alao Aka Basharu. The group had in its folds the technocratic group led by Alhaji Danshida, Tayo Apata, Philip Asioju, etc. It also had a political group led by former Zikist activists such as Chief Kola Balogun and others like Chief RBK Okafor, Mahmoud Waziri, and Alhaji Tanko Yakasi. The group was the first to raise the need for devolution of power and advocated for the convocation of a national conference as a program of democratization of Nigeria under military rule. Born in Yewa, Yuri, Kebbi State by a Yoruba mother to a Hausa father, Gbenga spent his early years in New Busau, Niger State, and was raised in the family of his stepfather. A Christian, he attended NEPA Junior Staff School, New Busau, Cherubim and Seraphim College, Ilorin, School of Basic Studies, Ilorin, University of Lagos, and University of Buckingham, United Kingdom, where he obtained a master's degree in global affairs and was best student in his cohort, securing the Max Beloff Prize of Global Affairs. He was also the first student to obtain a distinction in the department course, History of International Systems. In a correspondence to Gbenga on the Max Beloff Prize won, the chairman of the International Studies Degree Programs, MJM Crosty, wrote, "It's always pleasant to dwell on success, and you should make a point of mentioning the prize in your curriculum vitae because it's the sort of distinction that will set you apart from other candidates." He has also received training as the International Human Resource Development Center at the International Human Resource Development Center, Boston, United States. Mentored into partisan politics by the progressive stock of politicians led by the duo of late Chief Solomon La and Alhaji Abubakar Rumi, Gbenga had one time functioned as the National Publicity Secretary of the National Democratic Party under the joint chairmanship of Ambassador Jolly Tanko Yusuf and Alhaji Yunusa Kautungo. In 1998, working closely under the supervision of Professor Jerry Gana, Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim and two other young political leaders, late Senator Dahiru Aweshu Kuta and Dubem Onya, helped in the years of the G34 initiative for the formation of political parties at the group secretariat. Gbenga was responsible for the publicity bit. After the election of President Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999, in the intervening transitional period, Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim served as member and secretary, Youth and Women Development Subcommittee of the General T.Y. Danjuma Policy Advisory Committee, with late Hajia Laila Dongoyaro as chairman of the Youth and Women Subcommittee. In 1999, Gbenga was elected as the first Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the then ruling party, People's Democratic Party, PDP. He was a highly influential national officer and became the founding chairman of the group of 54 NEC members. The group had His Excellency Dr. Chris Ngige as secretary and Alhaji Ahmed Gusau, former Minister of Mines, as deputy chairman. He was known for his commitment to the principle of internal democracy in the party, transparency, and good governance. As a national officer, he spoke truth to power, then at great risks. Speaking of Olawepo-Hashim's courage, deep patriotism, and selflessness, late Chief Ojo Madueke, former Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister and Nigerian High Commissioner to Canada, said at a reception in 2005, "The lives of people like Gbenga should inspire us to speak well of ourselves. Gbenga is an inner-driven person, not afraid to stand alone, not afraid to be unpopular, not afraid to hold a view. A man who is inner-driven listens to the music of his own universe, listens to the applause of the spirit inside that has etched out an horizon which he must conquer, and moving in that direction, he takes the lead and others follow. Who can see the horizon with him? Of such is the stock of history. Of such is the stock of greatness." He was appointed in 2003 as a member of the Political Advisory Committee to the President in the Office of the Political Advisor. a national bridge builder, and complete Detroit-based charismatic, excellent negotiator. Gbenga's experience and deep roots in popular organizations and the broad political sphere will be useful in formulating a national consensus for Nigeria and unity at a time of great division. His understanding of political economy and the global architecture of international finance will also be invaluable for an economy that desperately needs growth and development and a people that urgently needs prosperity. Mr. Olawepo-Hashim has won many recognitions and honors, including the Kwame Nkrumah African Leadership Award, conferred by the Continental Students Body, All African Student Union, at Accra, Ghana in 2003. The Veteran Award in 2005 by the International Union of Students and World Federation of Democratic Youth, WFDY. He has also received 2000 Nigerian Union of Journalists Award for Professional Excellence. He's a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration. So can we just make welcome Mr. Gbenga Hashim? Such a robust team, that's amazing. Like, yes, wow. So we have him with us here tonight, and he's our keynote speaker. He's someone that I've come to respect. When I tell my team, I say, you know, one thing I like about this politician, which is very unusual in Nigerian politician, he has a mind of his own, and he's ready to empower the youth. Like, he's someone that's very intelligent and very passionate about helping so many people, and not just the talk, but he walks the walk. Like, he walks the talk, not just talking the talk. And I'm so excited. He's been a major sponsor to the Tech Up Girls initiative, and then the empowerment of youth with basic digital skills. And I was like, no, we want him to come and speak to us. Like, he's our #1 sponsor. Everything we've done for all of you, the calls, the messages, you guys know how it has been. There's no way we would have pulled it by ourselves, because we had his foundation supporting us back end. That's why you're able to have access. Even those that pay the stipend, is because he was able to support us. That's why we have this access. And we are so grateful and we are privileged to have him speak with us. So I'm going to be bringing him down on board. He's with us. So we can use the chat box to welcome him. Don't unmute so we don't make noise. Thank you. We can just use the chat box to welcome him. Yes. So, in the next 1 minute, the next voice you'll be hearing is his.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be with you this evening. Let me congratulate you as this boot camp Yes, I was just saying congratulations to all of you for coming to an end of the August boot camp. I'm sure you've learned a number of things that will prepare you for the cyber war. And thank you, Excellency, for those kind words that you said about me. I mean, you are a great motivator, and you have also put in a lot of your time to get this together, and I say congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that interruption. I was just saying that it's my pleasure to be here and to speak with those of you who are going to be part of the big army of cyber warriors that will make Nigeria a cyber power. We do already have the basic infrastructure on ground. We have a large market, a community of 104.4 million largest user of internet in the whole world. We're ahead of UK in terms of user base. We're ahead of many European countries. What we need to do now is to optimize our participation in terms of content creation. And by the grace of God, with people like excellence, with enthusiasts, like those of you who have thrown your hearts into it, the sky is the limit. It's a very interesting world because already we have a market size of about 500 billion US dollars in the small end of that market, which is the end at which a lot of global outsourcing is already taking place. India, Brazil are already participating greatly in that hand. And you have a lot of edge. I mean, we have bold, creative young people in Nigeria, and that can give us a competitive edge in that market. We need to invest a bit as a country on cybersecurity so that most international clients can trust our participation and have you have started well, and I just want to congratulate you. I want to encourage you to know that you have the world at your feet to conquer. I've already listened to some of you in the early call that you had with Excellence, and I can see your enthusiasm, even as entrepreneur. You are the ones that will take Nigeria to the global market. You already have the introductory skills to do this. The unemployment situation in Nigeria is catastrophic. 54% of young people are unemployed. Nigeria has got 54% of our youth unemployed. We have 34% national unemployment level. Now, for those of you who are here, you are not just going to be people looking for jobs. As already those who have acquired training in the last courses that we had about 2 now, are already getting a lot of jobs globally, and that's encouraging. But I see those of you who are driven by the spirit of entrepreneurship, becoming owners of startups in the next few years, and the world is at your feet to conquer. Let me congratulate you that by adding value to your life, we are also going to be adding value to Nigeria. We are here to support what the Techie Train is doing currently. We commit to support them all the way in their goals to train 5,000 young Nigerians before 2023. We have already committed to support about 1,000 of such trainees. We have already done 205 already, and we believe that the ones who are benefiting will also be role model for others in the cyber market. I just want to welcome you and pray that God will continue to give you real insight in the market to look at, and that you will work harder also to be diligent in what you do, so that one day you can look back and say, look, thank God for being part of this process. Congratulations. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, sir, for the broadcast. Thank you for your time. So they're writing in the comments, thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless you immensely. New Nigeria is possible. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for your effort and contributions. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless you. Everybody's saying thank you very much, sir. And we're extremely grateful. Is there anyone that he's still with us? Is there anyone that wants to say something? Just Ibrahim, you're already unmuted. Do you want to say something?
Yes, NBC.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for sparing your time to be with us. We are delighted to have you here. We thank you so much for your contributions towards the betterment of Nigeria through the empowerment of Nigerian youths. Your knowledge of ICT is so encouraging. I mean, if we should have people like you piloting the affairs of this nation, we'll be better off for it. We thank you so much. We encourage you to continue to do the good works you've started, and we promise you not to fail in our endeavors to ensure that Nigeria is rated as one of the superpowers in terms of ICT. And may God continue to bless you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, NDBC. Thank you. Abubakar Abdullahi, do you want to say something? Can I unmute you?
Hello?
Hello, Abubakar, I can hear you.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Abubakar Abdullahi Ibrahim. I'm highly welcome and appreciative for the great opportunity given to me, given to us in general. And I'm know what to express my gratitude to Mr. Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim, the man with golden hearts. He really tried for us, and we can never forget, and we really appreciate. my regards to you as well, Excellence. So thank you so much for.
Did you get value from the training so far in the last 4 weeks?
Exactly. So far, we really empowered and we get value for the training. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abubakar. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Lion, you want to say something? Go ahead. I'll just unmute you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you in no small measure. Yeah, I'm talking. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the privilege. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this boot camp. It was challenging, but very beautiful. Thank you very much. I want to especially thank His Excellency Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim for giving us this platform, and I promise that we'll use it positively to raise the standard of living for ourselves, and also to contribute to the national growth, which is the one of the reasons why His Excellency has been able to gather a number of us and bring you on board, and you have impacted us so greatly. We are appreciative of this opportunity as I speak for myself and for others on this platform also. I know they feel the same joy that I do feel in here. I say thank you. God bless you. God bless His Excellency Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim. God bless the crew member, especially Miriam, who was very, very supportive, calling to check on us, helping out where we get stuck. She did awesome. Thank you to you. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you. So we'll just take these 4 hands that are raised, and I'm going to address the questions of those that had previously spoken, and then we continue from there. Ibrahim Yunusa, I'll just take you next. I'll just unmute you. Ibrahim Yunusa. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. Am I wrong? Halima, you want to say something?
Okay, yeah. I'd like to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I would like to appreciate this amazing platform. It was really, really helpful. I can't overemphasize how helpful it was. And I promise to utilize
Turn on your video so we can see you now.
Actually, my room is dark, so you might not be able to see me very well. So yes, and I also want to thank the main sponsor, Mr. Gbenga. I really want to thank you so much. God bless you. May God always replenish your pockets. I really want to thank you because this opportunity was really great for me. And I'm sure it was great for the rest of us as well. I just want to thank everyone on this platform. I want to thank everyone that played the role of, teaching us and making sure that every information was passed. Thank you so much, and I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Halima. Thank you very much. Baba Yanko, you want to say something?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Amen.
I'm Baba Yanko from Adamawa State. I want to use this opportunity to still say a big thanks to His Excellency Hashim Gbenga, our candidate 20 many years to come by the grace of God we are praying for. In fact, I was together with my Oga when I showed him the training, the video, everything. It was very amazing. In fact, he even wanted to have the Zoom video call this evening with us, but unfortunately they were together with His Excellency, the present governor of Adamawa State. But seriously, the training, in fact, it is excellent. It is excellent. We don't have anything to say, only to say thank you. May God bless you, sir. May God bless you. From Honorable Babanyako, a candidate from PT, your former party, sir, People Trust, and a best regard from His Excellency Engineer Musa, the former gubernatorial candidate under People Trust platform party, sir. We say thank you a lot. May God bless you. And to you, Mrs. Excellency, may God bless you too, man. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. So do you have any questions on the courses so far? He has muted. Okay, David Ohubo, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes.
Can you hear me? David, we can't hear you clearly. Your network might be bad. Do you want to shift somewhere? We can't hear you. Sorry. David, we can't hear you well. I don't know. Okay. Taiwo Olawepo-Hashim, you want to say something? So we'll just take Taiwo, Toby, and Grace, and then I'll answer the questions that come before now, and then we'll continue. Don't worry, everyone would be listened to. David, we can't hear you. If you fix your network, you can always come back.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I must appreciate the facilitator of the program and also the sponsor, because the past week on the techie training have been very impactful. Personally, I've learned a lot, which is an added advantage for me personally. And I cannot throw those knowledge away in this time. And I hope everyone who took part in this program will be very important, because the program came even pandemic realized that internet is now the order of the day. It's now faceless online. So this is a very good plus for me. I'm grateful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Taiwo. Okay, Toby, you want to say something?
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Excellence. My name is Olawepo-Hashim, and should I say I'm representing your students in diaspora? Okay, because speaking out from South Africa. Joining this boot camp and all of that, there was a very urgent need for me to overcome certain things, and that was what made me start searching all around. I was actually searching. I was just looking around I just kept typing and typing in, and then your name came up. So when you spoke about the Google, how your name is, who knows you on Google or how you are seen on Google, it resonated, because I felt like, okay, I was just searching, and then I found, the name Excellence Enrica, Joshua. So that was one of the major reasons why I responded. And before I came to you again, I have seen a lot of others. But then I understand people might be busy and all of that. But you see, one of the things that actually, held me down was the prompt response I got from Miss Mariam. I didn't even know that was Miss Miriam. I thought I was talking to you earlier, but I knew that she was prompt. So yes. So from the classes, I would say thank you, because one thing that I have realized in my little years of sojourn outside Nigeria is that yes, we say probably the grass is greener on the other side until you get to the other side and you realize, oh, they wet it. Especially if you get to a place where you are, once you do not look or sound or bear the name, then you are segregated and just kicked aside, no matter what it is that you've done. So yeah, I feel like if many people had the opportunity to learn some of the skills, many might not have left probably the shores of Nigeria, or if they did, they would go prepared. Not going like, oh, I have my certificate, so I can do whatever. But they will go prepared because they already have skills where they can get clients from everywhere. Yes, so that's one of the very key lessons I have learned here from these. So I want to say thank you to you and to the team. You guys did a very great job, and to the man behind the drum itself, because even if you have all the knowledge to give to us and there is no support, you might not be able to come out to do these things. So to His Excellency Gbenga Hashim Olawepo, I want to say thank you. If we had, like some people have said, if we had a lot of people like him, probably home will not be where it is today, and people like me might not have jetted out of Nigeria, only to get to a place where you are like, oh, you don't speak my language, you don't bear our name, so we can't give you a job and blah blah blah. So and all of that. So now for me as a person personally, I look forward to doing more with you, with Techie Train, especially on the internet side. And I wanted to just say this probably as a word of encouragement to everyone. I don't know if I am allowed. Going through what you have taught us, and I did that. I'm sure you remember me now. I did that, and in just a few days, I just started getting, I'm like, can I do this? But I decided to take it up as a challenge, because there is learning in doing. There is learning in doing. And as much as I still want to intern with you all, I still want to learn also to get better, because that is just how to get things done. You don't wait until, oh, I'm fine now, then I can start. No. Well, that's how I see things. So yes, thank you so much. And yes, now talking about the email marketing, I think that's where my challenge is also. As a person, I'm also just starting out as a personality development coach. So I'm feeling like, yes, I might have things to give to people, but I don't have them on ground right now. Do I just need to know it and not create it right now? Or I must just create it for the sake of the class and, plus the other questions I found that people have already asked. So if you could please just, answer that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's noted. So we'll just hear from Grace, and then I'll just answer these plenty email marketing questions. Thank you very much, Toby. Thank you. I hope you all can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Okay. So Grace,
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's so wonderful coming in here and hearing so much about the August Bootcamp. I'm so glad that a lot of people were able to participate in this bootcamp, and it shows that young people are actually willing to go to the next level. They're not like just the generation that people used to say, this is our generation, we don't know what we're doing, or we're not serious. But it's really good to know that we are actually serious and we mean business, and we're ready to get to the next level and also take our country to the next level. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate the facilitator, Miss Excellence. You're doing an amazing, fantastic job. Like, your teachings are very, I don't even know how to explain. They're excellent. You're a very good tutor. I know everybody else that took the course can agree to. I want to appreciate His Excellency, Mr. Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim, my boss. He's the real definition of excellent. I love the fact that he cares so much about youth and young people, trying as much as possible to impact in this our generation, making sure that we are not where we're not just anywhere, we're like where we should be, always trying to make impact and all of that. So I just want to thank him. Sir, God will bless you and God will increase you and expand your cause, because you're doing an amazing job. And I pray that
Amen.
God will replenish your pockets with all the sponsorship that you've been doing, because it's really amazing and rare to see somebody sponsoring a lot of people just like that. God bless you, sir. And God bless Techie Train. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much, Grace. I don't know, my network has been fluctuating. Can you guys hear me? Thank you very much. Grace is one of my very first students, as well as intern and as well as mentors, one of the mentors. She was one of the mentors of the first boot camp. Thank you, thank you. We are honored to have you with us here, despite your busy schedule. Thank Sorry, I'm very sorry. My network has been acting up. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. I don't know. Can
Yes,
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. We can hear you.
Can you all hear me, please?
We can hear you loud and
just use the chat box to acknowledge that
can
you
hear
can
you,
hear
ma'am.
me. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I'm not hearing you guys. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, thank you.
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I keep hearing the error of the issue of email marketing, and I'm going to be addressing it now. I really thank you all. To wrap up before we go off Facebook Live so we can continue here on Zoom, I want to thank you for actually coming on board. And I understand the intensity of the program. I understand how weighty and how deep the courses are and how long and everything. And I also understand that most of you are working, you're doing life, you have families, you have children, you have your 9 to 5, or some of you even have your businesses that don't even have close times, and you still created time to do this. I do not take it for granted, and I'm very grateful that you actually stayed true. Most of you did your assignments. I'm also grateful. Most of you did your quiz. I'm also grateful. Most of you brought in very intelligent questions, and I'm very grateful. In the week one, we looked at how to create personalized email address that is professional. So you don't need a domain name to have to create an email address that is professional. We learned how to drop email addresses that had things like sexylove2020 at gmail or yahoo.com. I am going there or whatever. We understood the importance of sticking to our name, and our surname. And we also looked at how image and perception is built starting from your email address. We also looked at basically how to use the Canva app to design. Going further, I think in week 2, we looked at how to set up and optimize social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter. And when we're looking at Twitter, we understood the importance and power of VPN. We had to cover that despite the situation in Nigeria, because we are looking at going global and outsourcing our skills to the global community. And so you do not have excuses. It's about what works for your client, not necessarily what works for you. We looked at videos, and we had Coach Amber come talk to us about video editing and the power of video editing and how to create and edit videos. It was an amazing coaching call in week 2. We went further in week 3 to things like if you're setting up your own social media business, if you want to work for someone, if you want to intern or going forward. We also learned how to develop a resume, how to develop an elevator pitch for yourself or your business. That's basically how to sell yourself. In the course of our lessons, we learned social selling. You're on social media, and you have to understand that you have to be first social before you begin to sell. So we looked at how to actually social sell, and we emphasized on LinkedIn being a very powerful social selling tool. We also looked at Facebook and other platforms as well. We looked at content creation and all of that. In our final week, in the 4th week, we looked at email marketing. We looked at where most of you are having issues. We also looked at websites, how to design a simple yet beautiful, not too sophisticated website using WordPress as a content management system and Elementor as the website builder. And I'm so excited for everything that we've gone through. You still have a few days to complete your lessons and complete your assessments. However, you have access to the course till the end of October. That's October 31st of this year. I encourage you, I implore you to go back to your lessons. You were taking this one under pressure, under duress and all. You might not have been able to apply most of what you've learned, but please always go back and check. And like I wrote to you this morning, I'm only an email away. Send me an email, and you're going to get a response as soon as I can give a response. And in wrapping up the Facebook Live, so that we can continue here on Zoom, I really want to appreciate His Excellency, Mr. Gbenga Hashim. The goal is to train 5,000 by 2023. And if you know, it's not a simple goal. And we have written to quite a number of people to support us to have to reach as many people as possible. And it's not very easy to get Nigerians to commit. So we have so many people talking about the problem. Nigeria is this is that, the youth is this. The question is, the education we are giving, is it sufficient enough to compete favorably with our counterparts on the global stage? Are we able to milk our advantage? Are we able to milk our advantage, which is the human resource in Nigeria? Are we able to take advantage of that resource and maximize it as much as possible? The global outsourcing industry, over 500 billion, and we have more of them going to Brazil, going to Philippines, going to India. And here we have human resource in Nigeria. What is being done? It's not just about complaining. And here we have a man that is very passionate about it and is committed throughout the course. I don't know how grateful I can say we are to this, and we're really grateful. Even help you, that you're going to interact with even some of them in the course of corrections for your assignment. I advise
Good evening, everyone. The network logged that out. She will be back shortly. Just stay calm. Okay, before she comes back online, if you have any questions, send it to the chat box so that she can see it when she comes back online. Just a few minutes to send your question on the chat box.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I don't even know. Yeah. So can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about the network. So I was telling you that it's basically about your it's basically about you, about where you're going, not just Nigeria. about the outsourcing industry, and that was why we did VPN. I went for that to share. I think I was talking about email, websites. I think that was where I was trying to sort of the internet. So yes, so websites, and those were what we did. And I really thank you for being present, each and every one of you. And I told you how we've written some letters to some people. We're still expecting some response, but we're very grateful to His Excellency, Mr. Gbenga Hashim, for actually supporting us to start and come this far. And so if any of you, I told you most of the people that we have trained are paying it forward. Most of them are working. They are currently employed. And then quite a number of them are doing their own stuff. Some are interning with us right now and are doing fantastically well. I'm impressed at what I see. Some are doing it, using it to apply for their business, and some are paying it forward. I see like one or two of them training others, which is absolutely beautiful. So I encourage you to pay it forward, and you can also refer others to us. And if you have people that would like to partner with us in this, is absolutely fine. We'll be grateful for that. I'm seeing your questions in the chat box. I'll just start with the ones that were asked before now. Someone asked about portfolio, building your portfolio. Where do you start? She's just starting and she's like, how do I build my portfolio? Like I'd explained in the course, your portfolio is a summary of the work you have done, basically like who you did it for, what you did and all. It's the CV that is required in the tech industry. In this cyberspace, rarely will anybody ask you for your CV per se, except you're working in-house. But trust me, before they even ask you to get your CV, which is supposed to be used to actually onboard you to their platform, they're actually going to ask you for your portfolio, either directly or indirectly. And so it's very important you put together your portfolio. But the question is, how do you get a portfolio? I've not worked for anybody. When we started this bootcamp, and if you look at all the assignments I've been giving you, I've been encouraging you that everything you learn, apply it to yourself first. Optimize your accounts. Set a page for yourself. I even went further as telling you that you can eventually get to delete the page or unpublish it if you want to later. But do it for yourself first. When you're doing email marketing, some of you might actually, like somebody asked, she said, I'm not a coach. I don't have a material to give for them to give me their emails or subscribe. You might not need it, but if you're working for somebody, you're going to work for somebody. And I think the person that asked said, I think that was Opeyemi, she wants to be a virtual assistant. Then forget it. You're going to do email marketing, because most coaches, most top brands, they use emails to drive whatever it is. Nigeria is not big on it right now. A lot of people are taking it serious, especially when it comes to data. They understand that social media can disappear tomorrow. Everybody knows that. And people are now trying to get people's WhatsApp detail and email. Those two things, very key. WhatsApp, email, very, very key. With the email of someone, you can get almost everything about the person, because you use your email to open Facebook, you use your email to open everything. So email is very, very important, emailing. And so if you're working with people, they're going to ask you to do it. They're going to ask you to generate a lead magnet. You can use something like a simple checklist or whatever. It's data-driven now. And email is one of the strongest data-driven tools that we currently have globally. So you cannot joke with email marketing. Now, I understand that the email marketing course I put together is bulky, but trust me, it's nowhere near what, if you want to learn emailing, it can take a whole week or more. Like, it's a whole course on its own. I just gave you a basics, like an introduction to email marketing. And then I only taught you one tool. I taught you MailChimp because MailChimp is free up to your 2,000 subscriber. So until then, you don't have to really pay. That's why I taught you MailChimp. There are other ones. There's Flowdesk, there's Drip, there are even some other opt-in tools that you can use alongside your email, your bulk email software, right? So emailing is something you don't joke with, and it's really broad. So if you have to take that lesson more than once, I encourage you to actually take it. When you want to get people's email, people are now quite sensitive to releasing their data. They don't release their data like that. When you want to get people's email, usually it's more like a give and take. So I give you a resource, a valuable resource, and I say, to get this resource, enter your email and your name, or some people just your email to download it, and you get it. With email addresses of individuals, you can target, like, when I mean very serious. Have you had that experience where you're in your house and you're saying, hey, I want to eat bread, and then the next time you go online, you're seeing everybody advertising bread, you're bringing bread to your face? How are they able to find you? It's targeting. And the thing right now is targeting. Everybody's targeting, and email is a very, very strong tool to target the right people, right? So it's data driven, and you shouldn't joke with that. I think somebody asked sales of kids' educational materials using email marketing. So with email marketing, it's more like building a funnel. So you need people to subscribe. So there should be something that you can give them. I think that was Adiola. Adiola, if I were in your shoes, I could create a simple checklist, maybe 3 to 5 pages, what you should know before you get that toy for your child. You see that? So I put in tips on maybe children between the ages of 0 to 5 or something, different age groups. And then I give them tips on the appropriate toys that they should get for their kids. Parents are going to subscribe to it. And so when they subscribe to it, you begin to send them emails, maybe weekly, maybe once a month, to keep them on track. Or better still, you actually have that data, which is good enough for you. So when you have your products and you have maybe your e-commerce store and you're running ads or promotions on it, you can now use the emails of those, because for them to download their material, is either they have kids, or they have people that have kids, or they're interested in toys for their kids, and they will more likely buy from you than people that you just put in randomly, male, female, in Nigeria, between the ages of this. A female can be 40 and might not have kids, or might not even be married, right? So that's one thing. So you want to think in that area. Your lead magnet can also be a webinar, a free webinar. It could be a free one-on-one call. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a PDF resource or something, right? So usually with email subscribing, you need to use a lead magnet. Your lead magnet can be free or paid, but if you're using a paid lead magnet, that means you must have built authority in that space for them to feel, she has been giving value. Okay, let me just pay, even if it's $1 to get her resource, and you're also getting something. Website, you don't have to design a website, but trust me, whatever it is I'm teaching you, it's not in the learning, it's in the doing. I have interns from the first cohort. We have like, Mariam, is it 8 or 9 interns? And all of them, they'll be like, Miles, you're right. You will find out what I'm saying. It's not just about you. You're learning so much now, like the theory is back to back, but it's different when you get to the field, right? So when you're working with, for example, a brand in the energy sector, it's different from a brand that is selling clothes. It's different from a coach. It's different from a brand that is offering business support services. So they're all different. And if you do not have this experiential knowledge, that's why in the cyberspace, they're asking for your portfolio. Nobody is asking, they'll really ask for your age, they really ask for your CV or the university you finished from. They'll just say, what job have you done? They want to see it. Can you send me the links or what you've done? Now, with websites, website design, there's no one straight path to it. That's why in the website design I taught you, I specified WordPress, Elementor, right? I code to design website. I also use WordPress. I also use Elementor. I use WP Bakery. And there's so many of them actually that you can use to get the website. The funny thing is that when you see a website on your screen, it's almost impossible to tell what was used to design the website, except you go back end, right? However, a lot of sophistication have gone into it, a lot of development has gone into it, that you do not need to know how to code to design or develop your website. There's so many custom management system, content management system, and website builders that make it easy. I encourage you to actually, you can just buy a domain of, you can buy a very cheap domain. Maybe look for the one that is not more than $10, maybe $8 or something. Because for domain, you have to pay annually, right? But for hosting, pay for just a month. Look for Nigerian hosting. You don't have to go and look for Namecheap or the ones in the US or UK and all of that. Just look for a Nigerian hosting. Nigerian hosting, I think you can see some for maybe 800 per month. But the 800 per month might just be 1 gig size. So the website, yes, can crash. But you're not expecting to give your website to people back. Just use it to practice. So you have the domain and the hosting. Then begin to build different things on it. Design an e-commerce store. Pull it down. convert the domain to a corporate website, pull it down, convert it, like keep redesigning and design a landing page there, pull it down, and you keep practicing. By the time you've practiced for like a month and you've done like 4 to 5 websites, you can now roll out a promo, get people around you. I can do your website for you for free, and you don't have to, you just pay me for maybe domain and hosting, or maybe data, or you just charge them very little compared to what is charged in the market. And when you've done that work for them, it enters your portfolio. It becomes the result of what you have done. So if I'm looking at your portfolio, the first thing I want to see is your own accounts. That's why in your assessments, now I'm giving you expo for those that have not done the assessment. You're submitting the URL of your accounts because I want to see how optimized or what you have done there, to see if you have followed what we are learning. Because some of you just come and talk. I want to see results. I want to see practicability in what you have learned, right? So you do that. I also saw someone, there's somebody, I can't remember her name now. Let me see if she's a lecturer in, is it Kano State University or something? I can't remember. But I saw her she made a post. She added me as a friend, and she made a post, and she was asking people that, will you like me to optimize your account for you? I can do that for you. I don't know whether it's for free or for a fee. And I saw people commenting and saying, yes, oh, I'm interested, or something like that. That is beautiful. That's how you do it. That's how you start. You have people around you, help them. You can do it for free or for a fee. But like I explained to you in the last coaching call, that even if you're doing it for free, let them know the value of what you're doing. Because if it's for free, they might take it for granted. And next time, they expect you to do it for free, not knowing that, yes, you might have done it for free, but it cost you something. So let them know. And then you can now let them know that, please, when you finish with it, you appreciate if they give you a review. Reviews are powerful in this space. So when they give you a review, you put it out there. Right? So you have the before picture. Oh, this is how this person's account looks like. And now this is how this person's account looks like, right? So you can see the difference. You put it there in your portfolio. That's how you build your portfolio. You can intern for people. And when you're interning, some might pay you, some might not pay you, but look beyond the money, look at the offer. Once you're able to build a very strong portfolio, it becomes very easy for you. Like, they will find you and you position yourself properly, you'll be found, right? Then someone said how to put myself out there. You put yourself out there first by optimizing your accounts. If I come and search for, maybe you decide to, like I told you, there are different areas of social media and digital marketing. From all I've taught you now, you can decide to become a content creator. You can decide to become a video editor. You can decide to become a graphic designer using Canva. Yeah, I know somebody that earns not less than 100K monthly. All she does is just to design with Canva. She's not even doing the content set. She's not doing anything. She's just design. Just give her the content, she will design. You can decide to become a website designer or developer using Elementor. People design with Elementor not less than 300,000 or more thereabout, because the Elementor plugin costs about $50 on its own, and then you get domain and hosting. So if you're well skilled and you're able to interpret their dream to the website, you'll get very good money for it. You can also become a social customer care representative of an organization. Many people miss out on messages in their DMs, in their emails, because they're not able to follow through. And they're looking for someone that can just be responsible enough and also someone that can, that has discretion to attend to their emails and respond like them and make sure they don't miss out on opportunities. That's social customer care. You can decide, oh, I want to manage only Facebook and Instagram. That's another area. You can decide, I want to just manage. LinkedIn is a whole lot of money, and many professionals now are struggling to be there. But writing posts on LinkedIn is not as serious like on Instagram. And so people are more conscious about it, and they pay well for it. They're like, yeah, I just want to be consistent. I want to be seen. But the first thing is you need to optimize yourself. If I come online now and I search for content creator in Lagos, and you're in Lagos and you're doing content creation, will I find you? Will you be among the top people on my search? That's what you should ask yourself. I told you should be search engine optimized. Optimize your Google account, optimize your social media account. Whether for yourself or for your business, it should be well optimized. So when you've optimized yourself, you need to prepare. I gave you resources. Prepare your if you don't have a portfolio, have your packages together. Put your package together and decide on the niche you want to start with. We discussed niche in the last coaching call. If you were not there, go and watch the replay on YouTube. I told you that when I started, because I have a background in medicine, it was easier for me to manage brands in the healthcare industry. It was easier for me to create content for them. I wouldn't even stress. If you show me once and I understand it already, I understand all the terminologies. So it was easier for those health people to work with me because they were not social media like that. And so they felt that people, they would just go and copy content. It wasn't resonating with them. But because I was in the healthcare and I did my background, it was easy for me to work with them, right? And then when I started doing business and business courses and all, I work with business owners today. You won't really call me a social media manager as that. I discuss business with you. I'm talking about your sales funnel. I'm talking about how to maximize your return on investment. So when I'm discussing that with you, what we need to do might not just be online media. We might include offline media. For us, is whatever will give us the result that we need. So we separate the goals from online and offline, and we're able to deploy it. And that's why that's one of the confidence or the beauty about clients with me. So I have a client and she wants to be like, Ma, you don't need social media management. You just need to sit down there and engage. You're posting a lot, you're doing all the TikTok, you're not seeing the result. It's not the problem. Content is not your problem. Engagement and consistency, it is. And she did that for just a few hours and she sent me a message. She was like, Excellence, I am sold to you for life. I am this, I am that. I'm like, oh, what happened? She said, that thing you told me, it is true. Do you know I paid so person so amount of money? I paid so person so amount of money. I did not get it. But that, do you know, I just did it today. Not less than 10 people have inquired. Do you know that book, you know, she was just so excited, right? And she eventually said, okay, what next do we need to do? I would have just told her, do this and collect her money. But I knew that it's not about collecting your money. This thing you can do yourself, right? That makes them build confidence in you. So I told you, start from where you are. What are you skilled at? What are you skilled at? You studied agriculture. You're good with food and mixing all the greens. Why are you not working with those in the agricultural sector? Most of them are doing so much behind the scenes, producing so much, but they can't sell. They'll produce tomato. Everybody in Benue is producing tomato. Is it them that will eat the tomato? That's why it will spoil. Meanwhile, there are people in Lagos looking for tomato. If you position yourself as a connector in the online media space that is connecting the buyers and the sellers, so you help them advertise their goods, and then when people buy, you give them the money they send. Is it not something? Are you doing any work? You're just sitting down with your phone at home. There's so much opportunity for you to tap into. And like I said, you don't have to be everywhere. However, having the knowledge of these things in bits is very important. Let me see. I hope I answered your questions well. Email marketing, if you intern with us, fine. If you don't, please read more about it. It's very important though. Don't even joke with it. Do we have any reputable ESP in Nigeria? We have some. We have some, but it's not. I think most of them, if you look at it, they are not Nigerian. They're not homegrown. They're actually linked abroad. But please, when you're thinking, don't think Nigeria, right? I think Sage is good. There's another one that somebody was. Let me quickly check. There's another one that someone was telling me about. Hold on, let me quickly check. That I think is very good for its. I hope I'm interpreting what you mean by ESP anyway. This thing, service provider, right? Who is the person that asked Gabriel?
Hello?
Hello, Gabriel. When you say ESP, let me be sure is what I understand that you mean.
Yes, email service provider.
There's really none. There are some that are quite, but no, I don't trust them.
Okay.
Don't put your mind in Nigeria.
Okay.
Except you want to debut one for us. Then Adiola, regarding video content, what is about video content? Let's say using my YouTube channel can combine the 3 types of video content in selling my brands. Yes, you can. So when you're creating a YouTube channel, you can actually have playlists. That is, you have different playlists, and then you're able to divide your video. So when people come to your channel, it's not just scattered. They feel, what is she focused on? And then when you're writing you about us, you let them know, oh, I discuss lifestyle, or I discuss kids, education, material or whatever. So yes, you can. So is there any question I have not addressed? Is there any question I've not addressed? Any questions? So while I'm waiting for questions, you have until Sunday 9 p.m. to complete your final assessment. The mentors are going to be reaching out to each of you to help you to make corrections on your assignments. The assignments we gave you were not just for the scores. Yes, the scores are there, but they weren't just for the scores. The assignments we gave you was to make sure that you understood what we're doing and you were applying the learnings that we have actually extended to you. So I saw a lot of you, so many of you, let me not say a lot, so many of you did not optimize properly. I saw a few that did very well and I'm really impressed. So they'll reach out to you and they'll help you, they'll guide you. I can't do that for everyone. But I already promised that I was going to have one-on-one extensions with each of you, about 15 minutes. I'm sorry I wasn't able to have for today. I was very busy today, but I'll check out the calendar and see those that have made reservations. We didn't see some of the assignments. So for those that we actually see, 9 p.m. on Sunday. So for those that we actually saw, yes, we'll attend to all of you. It might take an extended time, but we're going to attend to all of you. Yes, we're going to do that for you. So by Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, we'll start issuing your certificates. If you did not complete your assessments, if you do not take your final assessment, you do not submit your assignments, don't expect certificate though. Don't expect certificate though. I'm saying it now, I've been saying it from the beginning. So issue your certificates. And yes, we have an internship program where we take all the students that have gone through our course. We're going to put that in the group. We're going to give you more details if you're interested. It's not compulsory and we do not take everyone. During the internship program, it's quite robust. This is a basic training. So during the internship program, you get to learn more. You get to learn more on graphic design, more on email marketing, more on content creation and every other thing. But the thing about the internship is you don't just learn, you actually also work. So you actually practice what you're learning. In the BC animation, I've not done animation. I don't think I've done animation this year, maybe just once. Animation, and the animation course that I have is still, I don't know. We're working on revamping the course for the empowerment we're doing. Maybe after that, I might do another animation. But you know, animation is very broad. I do different types of animation. So I don't know which one you're talking about. But animation is broad, but it's very good if you want to learn animation. But right now, those courses you see I did for you, they're not easy to create those. So you guys just give me some time. We don't have courses for animation right now. Yes, we don't have courses for animation. So we'll give you details on the internship if you're interested. We don't take so many, we don't take more than 10 per cohort. And our cohort is usually 3 months. So you intern for 3 months. At the end of the 3 months, during the 3 months, there are 3 things that we're focused on. You learn, you work, and you earn. You learn, you work, and you earn during the internship program. And by the time you're done, we would have assigned you, would have had at least 1 job from us. So we know that you are well-grounded. We make sure you're well-grounded during the internship program. So we'll put out details in the group when we are done with all of this. I just want us to be clear on the assignments and your certificates and everything should be ready. And like I said, you have access to the course till October 31st. We have a Facebook group that we've created and we would love you all to come on there and join. In what we do for all our past students is once in a month, we hold coaching call like this, where you can come and ask questions. And by the time you begin to apply these things and go to the field, you begin to see a lot of things and you're like, hey, this client did this, that one did, how am I able to balance this? So if you're confused, we get to answer their questions, we get to interact, and we get to share resources. And if we even see job opportunities, we share it in that group. So we're going to also be sharing the link to the group with you, and we encourage you to join in the group. And we're watching you, and we've been seeing those that have really putting their heart and they're doing exceptionally well. And we have you in our books, and we sure will refer you as when needed. So, any other questions? Ma, what about us that did the assignment but the hashtag was wrong? And Blessing, yes, I've forgiven those of you that did that, but you have to go and correct your hashtag. I think I was discussing that with Mariam earlier, and I said, okay, I'll forgive you, but please go and correct your hashtag so that when we begin to record the scores, we'll find you. I can't be going to find you by your names. So please correct the hashtag. Thank you. Any other questions? So we don't have a WhatsApp discussion tomorrow. So ask your questions now. Comments, clarifications. What do you think we should do better? What do you think can help us do better next time? You can share with us. You can raise up your hand or say anything if you want to share with us. We need to have a graduation ceremony. Okay, noted. Okay, Luafemi, yes, I'll unmute you now. You can speak.
All right, good evening. I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. So first off, thank you for the program, the Bootcamp. It's been quite impactful and very, very, very detailed. Thank you so much for that. And to the entire team and the sponsors, I appreciate everyone. So I have a suggestion of how things can. I noticed that after week 1, we had a lot of bulky content all the way down to the end. In fact, okay. I've been on a course on Google once. Sorry, I'm trying to find a more quiet location. So I've been on a course on Google once, and I think there's a method they use that I think can be adopted. I don't know how convenient it can be. They tried to make the content of each lecture not less than maybe 5 minutes, maximum 7 minutes. And then they have like 10 of them. What that helps to achieve is that you won't know till you finish the whole 10. And by the time you sum it all up, it's almost an hour. But because you're taking them in beats, it helps you to keep going on, keep going on. Unlike when you see something like 40 minutes and 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and like, oh, when will I finish this? So I think it will help to keep you on the class all through. That's my suggestion. I don't know if that's.
We already broke down the lessons into.
Yeah, I noticed that in week 4. I noticed smaller time limits for different videos.
Now for MailChimp, right? We also did that in setting up accounts. So instead of us doing setting up accounts and putting everything, Facebook, Instagram, we did setting up Facebook, setting up Instagram, setting up LinkedIn. And people still said it's still bulky. So what we have now done is actually have it in 6 weeks instead of 4 weeks. The new curriculum revised is going to be a 6 weeks course, not 4 weeks.
Okay.
I hope that will help.
Yeah, sure.
And then week 1, we actually made it lighter because if you notice, throughout week 1, we still had people joining us late. So we were intentionally making it a little bit light so we can use that week to settle in and make sure everybody is properly onboarded. But I got the feedback and I said, okay, let's just even out everything. So, okay, we'll do that.
Right.
Sorry for the stress. I was to further lighten the bulky weight of the courses from week 2. Yeah, we have 6 weeks now. Please, Ma, how about us that submitted our assignment and it's nowhere to be found? If you submitted your assignment, contact Mariam. Contact Mariam to find out. If you didn't use the hashtag, we won't find you. If you use the hashtag and your page is on private, we won't find you. I think I've told you that, or you said to your friends. We're not your friends yet on Facebook, so we can't find you. So reach out to Mariam and she'll help you. I would suggest if the app can be improved on the sense that we have a lifetime access to the courses, right? Lifetime access to the Adiola, you can come and pay for our self-paced course. You pay for the self-paced course, you have as long as possible 60,000 naira. So yes, you can. That app is not free actually. So you see why we are very grateful to our sponsors. It's not free. You can actually check it out yourself and see the price. It's not free. So we can't give you lifetime access for now, but don't worry. Hopefully, by God's grace, as God blesses us, we would love to. Why is it that mails sent using MailChimp goes to recipient promotion or spam? It's just what it is. There are so many reasons to it. There are so many reasons why you can bypass this, but it goes to promotion folder because Gmail has an AI. When I say AI, artificial intelligence system that automatically detects that this mail is not personal. It's like a promotion, especially when the email has links or images or sent from maybe a domain email, it goes to spam. MailChimp is not when it comes to best email, trying to get mails to your primary folder. But most people use MailChimp because it is free, not because it's the best. But if you're on a paid plan, you have a higher chance of your mails going to the primary folder, not just promotion or spam. But in Nigeria, when you're not setting up the number of students you have or subscribers, and maybe you're not yet getting money from it, most people do not want to invest so much, because when you look at email marketing softwares, you're looking at paying about $19 to as much as $100 and something, or even more monthly. How many people can actually afford that, if we are being honest with ourselves? When you're just starting a business, it's not easy to run a business in Nigeria. That's why most people just use it. I've submitted my assignment on Facebook. My name is not on the list. Contact Mariam. I put that in the group, please, so that she'll follow up with you. Yes, 60K. When we say you guys you were sponsored, you think it's a joke. It's there now. Go to our page, you see that it's 60K, and that 60K is discounted. So yeah, that's what it is. Apologies for and then if you go to some other institute, digital marketing, check out, you find out that their courses cost about 200,000 or so. You can check cost of social media marketing training across. You can check the price. Don't say you heard from me, you see it yourself. Okay, beyond extending to 6 weeks, is there a way to increase access to beyond 3 months? Yes, there's a way to increase access. Mariam, we should discuss this. People are asking for increased access. We'll discuss this. We'll think about it. You guys should let us know what you want. Access to when? It's not that simple, but we can work something out subsequently. We'll try to work something out, because I think even the last bootcamp, they had access for only 2 months, and some of them were even willing to pay to get more access. They're really appealing for it. So I think we'll think about it. Can we have access to the course after collecting the certificate? Yes, you have access for now till October 31st. You have access for now till October 31st. Hassan Waziri. To the end of the year. Course book. Hey, Abubakar. It's not easy. Okay, we are listening. We'll try our best. Please, my bad last assignment. Can we use email that have numbers? No, I already told you guys about emails that have numbers now. Please don't use email that have numbers. Please don't use email that have numbers. You see, you saw one that was 2,200. They are more like that. If you check, you'll see. Some people are even teaching only Instagram, more around 50,000. Right? So, depends. Thank you so much for your training. It was in-depth. However, it was overwhelming at some point. Is there support within now and October? Yes, email support, and we are putting you in that Facebook group. So when you're in that group, if you ask any question, we'll respond to you. Yes, we'll help you. Just that we won't be having weekly coaching calls and like that, like we have here, but definitely we attend to you. Okay. Why is it that most free WordPress sites don't support SEO onto your premium? What do you mean by free WordPress site? I taught you about 2 different WordPress, WordPress.com and WordPress.org. If you're using Blogger or the WordPress.org now, or no, .com, which way you can have a free blog site, you can't put in plugins now. So it's not like they don't support SEO, but you can't put in plugins. It's just what it is, right? But why do you want to use a free one? Why don't you just buy, even if it's a month, just buy a domain, and then you can build a domain with your name, davidlifo.com, just to learn. It's not, last, if you buy a month with your domain, it won't cost you more than 12,000 just for a month. And if you determine to practice it, you get the hang of it. It's worth it, trust me. Web development is good money, and it's worth it, especially if you know what you're doing. Halima, you want to say something to me? Please unmute, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. There was this time I tried running a Facebook ad, and I didn't know how I got myself in a different currency. It wasn't in dollars. It was in one word currency. I think it's a China currency. So I was trying to change currency back to dollars, but I wasn't able to change it. So I don't know how I can change it back to dollars.
No, the thing with Facebook ad accounts is once you have set a currency from the beginning, you can't change it. So you might want to set up another ad account. You can have more than one ad account from your business manager. So set up another ad account, or when you go to your payment center, be intentional.
That means I'll have to open another Facebook account.
No. Under the same, did you set up your ad account from setting up a business manager?
Yes.
Yes, so when you go to your business manager, you go under pages or other ad accounts, you'll be able to set up another ad account under the same Facebook account. You can have, I think, up to 10 something ad accounts, yeah. So when you're setting up that account, once you set up the name or when it gets to payment, be careful and choose Naira, Nigeria, and then like that, be good.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Opeyemi Fadoju, you want to say something?
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I would like to say that for further consideration in the app, kindly consider those using phone because because of being able to view them very well. Then I don't know how you can be of help because I was able to access the week 4 like on Wednesday. That was when I was, not because I didn't finish the week 3, but I don't know why it was not opening. And seeing that we have to submit assignment and certificate is going to be issued on Monday, my heart just did back. So, so how do we go about it?
Okay, so I'm not, it's a technical, that the app you had issues was a technical error and you tried everything to fix it. That's number one. Number two, I want to share a very brief, let me just summarize my journey into tech with you guys. When I started tech, my first experience, which was on animation, I was using a 1 gig RAM phone, 1 gig RAM, 8 gig ROM, and it was terrible that the first app that we're supposed to download, my phone could not even download it. And so I will beg my mom for her phone and I will use it. And before you know, she'll come, she wants to call, she wants to this, and I will give her. And in the night when she's sleeping, I'll beg her to give me. And that was how I started. I was so intense learning it. She had a laptop, I'll beg her for a laptop, and I started. And most times, the only time I had to use it was at night because during the day she wants to use it for herself. But I was so determined to learn it that I remember the day I really got it clear. I sat down on a spot for 5 hours. Before I closed and opened my eyes, my son had closed from school because I wanted to learn this thing. And I shouted when I learned it, I got this thing. And that was where my journey started. However, I did not lose sight of the focus. After, I think a month or two, I went for an event, a pitching event, and I won a 30,000 Naira grant. Now, 30,000 Naira to many people, I was screaming about it then, people were like, what's 30,000 Naira? For me, it was a whole lot because I was just starting life afresh. And so I was really at a very low state. You know what I did with that 30,000 Naira? I had many things to do. I went on Gigi and I found a phone, Gioni A11 Lite. It was fairly used, but it was 3 gig RAM and it was 64 gig ROM. I bought that phone. It was about maybe 19,000 naira. I don't know why the person was selling it at that price, but I bought it. In fact, when the person came, I even told him it's 17,000 I have. And he came from far and he was like, oh, that he doesn't know why his spirit just said he should just sell it to me. He gave me that phone and I used the remaining 10,000 naira to register a business name. That time, that's what we call Animations with Excellence at that point. Then they were doing registration of business, 5,000 naira. I'm a structure person. So in as much as I didn't have so much clarity on what I wanted to do, I didn't want to have to give people my name to send in money. So I registered a business. I wanted to have structure. And that was where I started. I'm sharing this with you guys today because part of what I want to encourage you at the end of, towards the end of this call today is intellectual curiosity. If you want to go far in the digital space or in the cyber space, you cannot take for granted intellectual curiosity. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be open to learn. You have to keep learning. I got that phone and I began to train and I began to do services. By the end of maybe a month or two, maybe a month or so, I was able to make money because at that time, of course, you can't, trust me, you can't do email marketing with your phone or forget it. You cannot do email marketing with your phone. You have to use a laptop. You can't do most things with your phone. If you can set it up on your laptop and then begin to control or check data on your phone, or even Facebook ad, it's not very nice on your phone. Do it, set it up with your laptop and then use your phone. However, if you don't have the laptop at that point, start from somewhere, start from your phone. So when I was able to get money, the first person I worked with paid how much for virtual assistant, but I think I was working for maybe 3 or 4 people or 5 people like that. I bought a laptop. I bought a laptop. At that point, I bought the laptop, I think 60,000 naira. And it was a fairly used laptop. And like that, now this, I'm just telling you this story. This was 2019, early 2019. This is just 2021. My growth, my story, I started my first leg into tech was in April 2019. But just look at how far I've come and how many certificates, how many things I've learned. It was because of one thing, intellectual curiosity. Till dates, I was still telling my team, and Isaac said, how do you want to do it? I'm coding for about 3 to 5 hours every day. I'm practicing my coding skills with how busy I am, and I'm still a mom. You have to be ready. You have to be resilient. You have to be diligent. And if not anything, you have to be self-driven. Don't wait for somebody to come and say, go and do your course, go and read this, go and do that. You have a phone now and that's all you have. Don't give up on it. Don't end there. Grow, move, have a focus. Tell yourself, oh, I'm starting with a phone now. By the end of 3 months, I want to have a laptop. By the end of so time, I want to have this. And put in the work. Make yourself so good. Study so well that you're so good that they begin to look for you, that people begin to refer you. The number of good people in the cyberspace are not so many. We are very few. And people are looking for results. So if you can give them results, you negotiate your fee. You tell them how much you want to pay. And if they know that that amount you want to pay will be valuable to them, will give them their money, they will pay you without asking questions. So I know you have a phone now. All these courses I'm teaching you, I know that there are most of you can't do a website with your phone. I'm saying this because of Gabriel just say we try and refer his sessions horrible on laptop. Yes, I know. But with what you have learned, if you're diligent and you harness it well, and you add some other little learnings from YouTube and other learnings, you can buy a laptop in a month or 2. I joke you. I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. It is very possible. It's been done over and over again. So please, don't take it for granted and don't give up on yourself. Start from somewhere. I know we have some other religion here in this group, but I want to use the scripture to admonish all of you. I'm a Christian. The Bible says, "See that a man diligent in his works, he will stand before kings." Be diligent, be resilient, don't give up. You don't have a laptop now to practice. Learn it like you're learning it for learning. Turn your phone to, you go to the web mode and turn your phone to a landscape mode, like this landscape, turn it like this, and take the lessons. Take the lessons. Take the lessons. You need to be curious. You need to learn more and do more. Those that didn't complete the course within 4 weeks, can they still ask you a Mariam question? Yes, they can. You can ask in the group, Facebook group that will add. The app would have been really helpful even after the program. Not bad, I'm happy here, but we can still ask questions. Yes, the app, you will have access to the app till October 31st. You have access to the app till October 31st. If I'm running a blog, how many views am I supposed to have before I can monetize my blog? With monetizing your blog, I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm, but I'm not sure. But you can always Google that, please. I'm not sure. But you know, you can also monetize your blog, not just on Google, but also on Facebook, right? You can connect and monetize on Facebook. So, any other question? No other hands are raised. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, so that would be all for us for now. That'll be all for us for now. And I want to say thank you to all of you. We're going to keep information, keep sending information in the WhatsApp group, and then you follow. Okay, Femi wants to say something. Go ahead, I've just unmuted you.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't know if everybody can hear me.
Yeah,
it's really been a pleasure to be part of this. I've always wondered what it is most times that keeps you busy. I mean, talking to Madam Excellence now. But you know what, being here, I've been able to see exactly what you do. And I don't want to say the word, I don't envy you, because this is really serious. This is really engaging. And to be able to do this and give so much in such a short time is really commendable. So well done to you and to your team. Thank you for putting this course out there, and very expensive as far as the global space is concerned. It's not everybody that can do this. And also I want to say thank you to His Excellency. I don't think it's on this call anymore. Mr. Gbenga Hashim, who came on board today. To be honest, I was a bit skeptical what to expect, you know, being the fact that he's been into a political space. So I was like, let's hear what he's going to say. And it's really encouraging to see that we still have people who are interested in the youth, who are interested in the progress of the country. And so I also want to say a big thank you to him for the support, and hoping that many of us will come out of this program and be able to give back, just like he's giving back, and be able to support you also. So thank you to him, and also thank you to your team. And I just wish that all of us would take this more seriously, because I know we have more than 100 people on the list, and yet what we have here is far lesser than that. But even at that, I think the onus is on everyone here to take this seriously, take the challenge, make the most of what we have here, and add value, not just to ourselves, but to the communities around us. The world is waiting to see what we are going to do. So thanks, everyone, and thank you for having me, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I'm seeing you guys comment. Thanks for the motivation. You put me to motivational speaker this night, but which you well done. But really, I don't know how to explain it. Tech gives you leverage, it gives you a level ground. So please, 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 whatever it is that has been given to you, maximize it, run with it. We're going to see what we can do for extensions. I'm not promising you anything, but we'll see what we can do. and then we'll make sure that you have value. Don't worry. But the thing is, if I'm not sure that you guys are actually going to take advantage of it, or because now there's no coaching call, there's nobody reminding you, you guys will just leave it, then we'll know we'll have to find a way to figure that out, because whatever system we are using is actually being paid for. And so whatever subscriber is coming on board, there's always a budget for each person, and we don't want it to go to waste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming on board. Mariam, do you want to say something to your people?
Good evening, everyone. I don't really have much to say. I just want to say that it's been interesting, fun. I think a bit. It's been fun, Chai. It's been fun having you guys around. Thank you for participating. Thank you for doing your assignments. Thank you for just listening in general. That's just it. And another thing, Mrs. Jessica said her assignment can't be found or something. I told her last night to check the assignment is not on private, because I went to her Facebook page, couldn't find the assignment and the rest, so she should check. Maybe she'll be able to work on it that way.
Jessica, please check using the template I sent in the WhatsApp group to be sure that your assignment is not on private for just your friends, right? Thank you, Nana. Oh, Nana, thank you. You can come on board as an intern. You can come on board. That's like one of the closest ways to get to me now. Mentorship, I don't know. It's not, I'm very busy. I don't want to promise what I cannot do, but our internship is structured. We've restructured it in such a way that at least we know that we have time for those ones because of certain reasons. And also, yeah, you can send us a DM. Nana, I love you. I love everyone. And I look forward to seeing you guys do amazing things. I've trained people that they are cybersecurity experts, web developers, graphic designers, content creators. Many have gone to do very amazing things in tech. This should not be the end of you. You don't have to do digital marketing. This is like a step in the water, helping you to know or making you know that you can do it. Maybe before you felt, hey, tech, I'm not techy, I can't do anything tech. But now you can see that you can do it. You can actually do tech. You can actually do this. You can do it. So I'm into UI, UX and all of that. So please do it. Please do it. Yes, you can still pay for the video editing class. Yes, you can. I think it's still open. You can. So we want to take a picture. Can we turn on our cameras, please? Please. We'd just love to take a picture if it's fine. Please, I know most people have gone off. Maybe network, we understand. Please, can we just turn on our cameras for a bit? Please, 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 please. Please, can we turn on our camera? We appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Mariam, let's take a shot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys don't want to turn on your camera? Or is it me that is not seeing? Okay. So thank you all, and we really appreciate. I think Mariam is done, right? Thank you, everyone.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night rest. See you in the WhatsApp group. We'll open the WhatsApp group between now and Sunday. So if you have any questions, you can just shoot in. Not just 7 to 9. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, ma.